And what we thought was going to be the fight of the night, in all honesty, ended up not being so, man. Shane Burgos versus Charles Jourdain. And I'll tell you what, even though Shane Burgos hit on the plus 185 decision prop, even though Shane Burgos had to showcase a little more of his well-rounded repertoire as a mixed martial artist, I think that he lost a little bit of stock here. Don't get me wrong. The reason why he lost stock is because Charles Jourdain is not a ranked fighter. But if you know MMA, you know Charles Jourdain, and ranked doesn't even need to be in the same picture because he's such a great fighter. And he displayed it, especially in that third round. AJ, I know you feel robbed. Talk to the people. Burgos got a majority of decisions, and I'm actually going to pull up the MMA decisions so we can see just how divided it was in terms of the media scorecard. So talk to me, brother.
Well, this is the moment I've been waiting for, Derek. I didn't even look at the media decisions because I knew this segment of the show was coming, and I wanted to see it with you fine folks. I wanted to experience it like this, man, because I genuinely thought Charles Jourdain won round 1 and round 3, especially with how the end of round 3 happened, where literally he's piecing Shane Burgos up for all of 4.5 minutes, or maybe about 4 minutes or so. And then Shane Burgos decides just to hold some hips and hang out for a little bit. And then you have Charles Jourdain saying come on, is this what's happening? And we always go back to the thing it is what's happening. What are you going to do about it? You're gonna shout and cry and say, please stop, or are you going to actually get the guy off of you and keep the fight going like you should? A little both people are at fault here, as much as we say it was a boring or a interesting way to win a fight by Shane Burgos. Charles Jourdain also didn't get him off him. So, like I said, I do feel robbed, but if you're looking, pretty even split.
I mean, listen, brother. So it looks like if I'm just counting it up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. So Jourdain, he gets one more in edge, 9-8 in terms of the consensus media scorecards, and one draw down the middle, 28-28. This is where it gets weird, brothers, when we actually look at the scorecard. So the sole judge that awarded Shane Burgos a 10-8 round in that second round, which was all control time for Shane Burgos, did not award Charles Jourdain a 10-8 in round 3, where Charles Jourdain was kind of beating the brakes off of Shane Burgos with nothing in response. So my question to you, AJ, is do you think that 10-8 right there, I mean, do you think that it's just uncalled for? It's hard to, it's like you want judges to use more 10-8s, and then something like this happens and you're like, you had to give them the 10-8. So what do you think? Fair or foul?
I think unjustified 10-8. Or if there's going to be a 10-8 any round, or if there's a 10-8 in round 2, there is definitely a 10-8 in round 3 on the other side. Because in my mind, a 10-8, you're sitting there, the judge, you all but finish your opponent. And one of the best 10-8 rounds that comes to my mind was Sean O'Malley versus
Chris Moutinho.
Moutinho, thank you. Where he's piecing him at the entire time. And if it wasn't for the referee giving him the buzzer, that's a 10-8 round. You know what I'm saying? That right there is what it is to me. And that's round 3 for Charles Jourdain, man. He's piecing him up until those last 45 seconds where Shane Burgos gets to the hips and hangs on for dear life.
Well, if you look at it, man, I mean, 84 strikes compared to 26 strikes in that third round, man. It was just an onslaught by Charles Jourdain. But the question, I think, really comes in, forget the numbers, forget all of that. That output that Jourdain put out in that third round, where was that? I mean, obviously, round 2, you get taken down, so you can't put it out. But, if you would have started out like that just nonstop, I think he could have potentially finished the Shane Burgos, because the speed was on the side of Charles Jourdain all day. You know what I mean? It's tough. Yeah, the speed was on the side of Charles Jourdain. The technical prowess, all the stand-up was all Jourdain. And it was interesting because it was like, damn, when it came to the grappling, that's when Burgos thrived. But to be fair, Burgos did have Charles Jourdain in that body triangle for a long, long time, man. And due to experience, I will let you know, you will gas your legs out. You will have nothing left. Squeezing on his chin, trying to get that rear naked choke. You're gassing everything out. So now it's round 3, and Jourdain's still fresh because he was just getting hugged on, you know what I mean? He was just getting that body lock put on him. His legs are still fresh. You don't have as much to give. So I understand, and you can't knock Shane Burgos for doing the right thing. This is mixed martial arts. This is not kickboxing, right? So we make that argument all the time. He did the right thing, man. He won the fight, according to the judges, right? But it was very close. It was very contested. I just think that at the end of the day, it's tough. You get outstruck in a totality for the fight, man. I'll pull it up one more time. Look at this. 113-42, and you won the fight. It's kind of crazy, right? You know what I mean? When you really break it down like that.
Yeah, kind of crazy. This is one of those fights that a win is a win is a win. But I don't think Shane Burgos made many fans from this win, nor did he impress the brass of the UFC. Even though, he got paid 2 checks. Shit, can't hate on 2 checks.
And he was fair about his performance. He said, I didn't like this performance. You know what I mean? So the team, Tiger Schulman, fighter, I think he'll get back to good form in his next one out. But this was the last fight on his contract as well. So it's got to sting a little bit too, So hopefully you get the fight contract renewed, and then you make another surge in that top 15, man. But this just goes to show, I think that a real winner here, Charles Jourdain, man. Everybody knows he can hang with the big boys, the top 15. That's what's important. So even though he lost, even though his record now moves to 13-5-1, listen, man, the future has never been brighter for Charles Jourdain.